Hi, and thank you so much for joining me today. I am so happy that you're here. Today I'm going to be reviewing Toronto Real Estate Market Watch. And so, there's a lot of statistic out there that you can use to understand what's going on in the market. And the Toronto Real Estate Board Market Watch that comes out every month is one of the way to take a look at what's really going on. And you know me, I don't really like to look at the news or read the news in terms of figuring out what's actually going on. I like to look at the real stats. So today I would like to share that with you guys. So here is the market watch that comes out every month. The Toronto Real Estate Board releases this, and it has a lot of numbers and a lot of all sorts of statistic. And so I would like to dissect it a little bit with you guys to share with you what I typically go through every month to know what's going on. So a great first, I like to look at what's going on in the economy. So it looks like in the first quarter, our GDP as a country is going down, has gone down a little bit. I think in Q2 we also gone down. I just don't know where the numbers is. I'm not sure why we don't have the numbers. Maybe those numbers come out a little bit later, and it wasn't in time for this report here. But I think we're two quarters that we've been down in GDP. If anybody knows the number, let me know, comment below. Let me know if that is correct, but that's what I think it is. There are more jobs out there. Looks like we have a growth in the employment sector there, and looks like more people are going back to work because unemployment is coming down. Inflation, yes, that's been in the news quite often lately, right? All the words inflation. It looks like we are at 7.7% inflation. It looks like year over year or year to year, May from year to year growth, right? That's a little bit high. Now, it looks like all the banks are taking care of that. They are increasing the interest rates, right, to combat the inflation that we have. This has been in the late news lately too, right? The increase of mortgage rate, that's been all over news, and we know that's been happening. Currently, your 5-year, this is what the number I usually look at, 5-year mortgage rate is at 6.04. So that's what I look at to see what's happening in the economy. And so now I want to take a look at what's happening in real estate. So if I go over here, I look at the sales. So how busy is everybody? How many people are buying and selling? People saying that no one's buying at all, or sometimes they say everyone's buying. So this is what actually I look at to see what's actually happened. Last year we had a total of 11-ish thousand sales, and this year in June we have almost half. Well, not half, almost half. So yes, it looks like sales has been down a little bit. So that means less people are moving. Well, you know why? Because the mortgage rate has increased. And so a lot of people have put a hold on their decision of moving. And so that's affecting the market in terms of how many transactions are out there. Now, let's take a look at the price, right? Just because less people are moving, does it really mean prices are dropping? That's what we want to take a look at. So last year in June, we were at $1,088,000 for the average sales price. This year in June, it looks like it's gone up. So as you can see, even though there's less people moving, prices has not dropped from year to year. Now, prices has dropped from January, February to June, yes, but from year over year, it hasn't dropped. So people last year who were thinking, oh, should I wait to buy a home? I'll wait till next year to buy a home. That looks like it wasn't like a really good decision to do. They always say the best time to buy is buy now, or 10 years from now. The best time to buy was 10 years ago or today. That's what people say. And so also I take a quick look at this to see the percent change, right? It's what the information above is, just a little bit, comparison, and there's a percent change. I like to look at this here. This is days on market, including the price change. And so it looks like we are on the market a little bit longer than we were last year, right? That's what I like to look at too. And everything was repetitive from the numbers above. I then take a look at this part here of the chart. I look at 416 means Toronto, and 905 means outside Toronto. If anyone's curious, we go by the phone number of the area code. So again, this is a comparison of the areas. So I want to see if all the areas are doing well and how are they doing. So again, would be the sales, the activity that's going on. And you can see that there's been, about 3,000 people that's transaction and detached. And then there is 600 semi, 1,000-ish, and 1,600 in condos, right? In total sales, that's how it is. And the breakdown of this is to see where's the most activity that's moving. It looks like there's a whole lot of more people that are moving in the 905 areas, and there's a whole lot of people buying condos in the 416 areas, right? That makes sense, right? Because a lot of detaches are outside Toronto. There's a lot more detaches outside Toronto than inside Toronto. The average sales prices comparing the two area, the average sale. So the average detached in the 416 is a lot more than the average price in the 905. So if you're looking for the biggest bang for your buck for a detached, looks like outside of Toronto would be the best. And then a little bit of the condos downtown and the condos outside. The condos outside the GTA, that's a pretty good price too. It's not that far off from the 416 condos, right? So it looks like this may have been a good growth year over year, because that looks like a good number to a high number to be in. So if we actually take a look at the 905 price average, it looks like it's gone 13% year over year. So yeah, right, it looks like the 905 condos did get a bump in price year over year, 13%, whereas the Toronto condos not in the 416 has gone up 7%, right? So that's what I kind of like to look at. Again, this side here is just the number of activities, and I like to look at here where it's the number, the price, the change in the price. So it looks like year over year, nothing has gone down yet, year over year. So we'll keep an eye on that and see what happens next month. What else is interesting here? I like to look at, I showed you guys this before. I kind of look at this number here, how many people are buying above 2 million, to see how much activity there is. This kind of tells me that the people with a lot of money, they are confident in the real estate market, and they are doing transaction. And $2 million plus, there's about 412 homes that were sold. It looks like the most homes that were sold in detaches were in the range of $1 million to 1.2 million. Right? So that's kind of, just for my knowledge, to see what's actually going on in the real estate market. What else is interesting? Well, let's take a look down here. So this is all types of home and seeing what happens in all types of home, looking at the different areas. There we go. I'm in York region, and so I usually keep an eye on York region, see what that's going on. You like to know what's happening where you live, right? So it looks like we did 1,000-ish sales, and our average price here is 1,300,000. So yeah, I just I like to read just to know, right? Not just to see what's going on in the area. We have about 2,900 active listings. Oh, months of inventory is a really interesting thing to look at. So basically, months of inventory is if no other homes came on the market as of today, how long will the market last until they're out of homes to sell, right? And so in all of GTA, we will last about 1.1 months. That's not a lot of inventory. That seems like lack of inventory to me. So that's why our prices has been growing strong, because we do still have lack of supply. We don't have as many sales as last year, but also we don't have enough supply for the next coming few months. Like, imagine everyone stops selling right now, right? All the news comes out about a mortgage rate increases and sellers get scared and they don't want to sell anymore. Well, we're just going to last about 1 month of inventory. So what area has the most months of inventory? It's usually King City. I don't know why it's always King City. So if I can find King City right here. Yeah. Oh, we passed it. There we go. It's 2.3 months of inventory. That seems to be the most. Everyone else is lingering about, less than 1 month. So let's find a hot market for you guys to look at. Who has the hottest market? This one here. Oops. This one here at 0.6 months of inventory. Who are you? Whitby. Hey, Whitby. You have only 0.6 months of inventory. Your houses must be flying off the shelf, right? Who else has a low inventory? Everyone's about the same, about 1 month, about 1.3 months. So the most, the area that has a person, the area that has the most months of inventory is King Street, and the one that has the least months of inventory is Whitby, right? What else is interesting to look at? The average sales to listing price. So basically, when someone lists a home at, let's say, $100, if they sell at 100, then it's 100% sales to list price. If you sell over, of course, then you're going to have over the percentage. So let's take a look at here. At Toronto, overall, we are selling at list price. So overall, it looks like sellers are getting what they are listing for. I usually like to look at the way above or way below numbers just to see what areas those are for. So this is like a 104. That looks pretty high, right? Here's another at 104%. Here's one at 96%. Again, I like to look at the extreme, the way above and way below, and just keep an eye on what market are those, right? Oh, wait, that's right. I missed this one. This is 92%, so let's kind of erase that. Oops. Let's erase that. So King City right now has 2.3 months of inventory and 92% of sales to list price. So if you're looking for a deal, that seems like a deal right there in that area. Let's see here. What was the highest? 104%, 104% seems to be the hot area. Whitby, yep, you are going hot because of course you had the least amount of months of inventory. But what is this here? This is Durham. So Durham in general is actually doing very well in terms of months of inventory and list to sales price, right? Who else? What else is this one here? Who is this one here? Not who or where particularly. East Toronto looks like is doing very well too at 104% of list to sale price and at less than a month of inventory. So those are the things that I like to look at. It's fun dissecting the numbers and kind of like getting my news. Getting my news from here, from the Toronto Real Estate Board. If you guys have any questions or if you want me to go through any specific area, comment below. I'll make a video, or actually, if you like, I can send you this, or actually you can Google it. If you Google Toronto Real Estate Market Watch, this should pop up and you guys can go through it too. Hope that was informative. Hope that was fun. I like, again, looking through numbers and dissecting and getting the nose and ins of what's going on out there. So I hope you guys enjoyed that video, and I'll see you guys all in the next one. Okay? Bye for now.